About a year ago, I posted this picture of how I stored my Old Town kayaks in my garage in the wintertime, and it had a lot of comments on it about the shelves that I use. And we'll get into that here in just a minute, but let's talk about storing kayaks, especially fishing kayaks, in the wintertime. Now, if you've got a sit-in kayak, you can store those on the little hooks in your garage or stand them up on their ends. You don't have to treat them with kid gloves. You can even hang them up in your garage with the little straps more or less sideways. But with your heavier fishing kayaks, we actually have to take a little more caution because there's so much more weight to them. So you have to treat them a little bit differently. Now, in this clip from Ryan Lilly from Old Town, he talks about some of the best ways to store your kayaks in the wintertime, and that's across all the brands for the heavier fishing kayak.
Sit-on-top kayaks are best stored deck side down on the gunnels using padded flat bars or straps placed about 30% of the kayak's overall length from the ends. Sawhorses or 2x4s are acceptable support bars if they are padded. If you will be keeping your sit-on-top kayak inside and out of the elements, you may also store it deck side up on padded supports. If keeping your kayak indoors, leave the seat installed to act as lateral support. If keeping your kayak outdoors, deck side down, use a piece of wood, such as a 2x4, as lateral support. Never hang your sit-on-top kayak by the scuppers or handles, as this will damage your kayak.
Now, the way Ryan suggested, a lot of people do. They can take sawhorses, put a little bit of carpet on the top, set them on top of those, equally distribute the weight, put them on the various shelves that you see people build like this, or on kayak carts that are custom made to load your kayaks onto and store for long term for the people who slide them in and out of the bed of their truck like that, and still have like that carpet on those rails for smooth and easy storage. Now, one of the things I run into, even though my garage looks like it's got plenty of space, I actually store my boat in here in the harshest weather when it's outside, especially when we know those temperatures are going to dip below 32. But I also like storing my fishing kayaks in here along with it, so I have to make some room. So that picture we saw with my two previous kayaks, the Old Towns, the PDL 106 and the Autopilot 120, I had to store them up extra high so I could slide my boat in under them. But now I'm running a PWR 129 and an XTR 130. So the 130 is sitting on the floor right now on a couple of pieces of carpet while I go through the rigging processes getting ready for the season. But I had a lot of questions about my old racks that I use, these shelves that I use for the PWR. Well, as you can see, I've remodeled my garage a little bit from, the previous pictures, but taking a look, you see I got my shelves up there. And the reason why I love these shelves, they support 550 pounds of weight. Now, my PWR is pretty much stripped out. It's still got the seat on it to help maintain its shape. And as you can see, I have the shelves themselves about a third of the way in on either side. But what I love about these shelves is they're collapsible. So they only stick out about 4 inches instead of hanging out from the wall like this all year round. So when springtime gets here and I take the kayaks out and put them on the trailer, then I just collapse those down and they fold. Now, all I did was center mount, into the studs, and then I took two 2x4s, carpeted, and that's what the kayak sits on. But the nice thing about it is they fold down out of the way. And again, I think it's 450 or 550, way more than this kayak weighs, that's for sure. You can get these on Amazon for pretty cheap. I'll link them down below, but super easy to install. And I'm 56 and I can still lift these up high enough to get them up and out of the way. And if I ever get to the point where I can't lift them up myself, well, Boss actually makes lift pulley kits that go up to, I think this one goes to like 300 or 400 pounds, so that I could then wrap the ropes around the bottom of the kayaks, lift it up, hold it into place where I want it, and then push the shelves up, and boom, easy peasy storage. But I get the feeling eventually, as I get a little older and I still want to keep fishing, probably when the time I'm in my mid 60s, I'll probably just build a separate barn and keep all my kayaks on my Fish Texas kayak trailer with a cover on it inside that other barn. Or I can go back to using it as a garage to put my truck in, or do what I really want to do, make this my kayak rigging room, which is what I'm going to be doing with this XTR over the next few weeks. Now, most of you don't have to store your kayaks over the winter if you live farther down south, and you don't have to deal with the snow and the ice like many of us do. My friend Cairo, she stores hers on the shelves on her fence with covers on. Other people I know take sawhorses, put a 2x4 on it with carpet on it, put them on upside down, put a cover on it, put it away for winter. Other people, you know, in their wood sheds or storage sheds, just, you know, kind of someplace out of the way. But me, I like to keep mine in my garage, and I had a lot of people asking me about these shelves last year when I posted a picture on Instagram. So I wanted to kind of share that. I'll drop a link down in the description below. Super easy DIY project. If you can lift it up there, then you're good to go. But one of the things you do not want to do is, if you have a heavy fishing kayak like this, don't use those little hooks that you can see on Amazon that are built for the sit-in kayaks, those super lightweight ones. Those are not made for big fishing kayaks. Any comments or questions, drop them down below. If you like videos like this, hey, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It's absolutely free. Bang that little bell icon so you get notified whenever I upload a video like this. If you like content like this, hit that thumbs up. It helps YouTube promote it out to other people looking for videos like the ones we make here on the Fishing with Gramps YouTube channel. Until next time, get outside when you can and make some memories. One cast at a time.